All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to see if we can fit in a quickie here on our way to the Handyman headquarters again. And what we're going to talk about today is how homeowners choose which vendor to work with when they're looking for a home service provider to bring into their home. The number one way that they're going to make that decision is going to be personal recommendations from trusted friends and family. There's not a lot of ways to fake that. You're just going to have to put in the time and you're going to have to build that reputation. But the number two way, there is a lot we can do about it. And the number two way is actually Google Business Profile reviews. And there's actually a lot that you can do to get that built up. So that's what we're going to cover today. And of course, the first thing that you're going to have to do right off the bat is you have to have a Google Business Profile, and you need to claim it as your Google Business Profile so that you can use it. There's a lot of YouTube videos on how to do that. I'm not going to cover that here, but the first thing you're going to need to do is make sure you have a Google Business Profile and that you've claimed it as yours so that you can work with it and link to it. Now, once you've got that done, of course, the easiest thing to do is going to be to simply ask all of your clients to go review you. But you don't just ask them after you're done with the job. I want you to be letting them know before you ever start the job. Say, hey, by the way, I am a local business. I support my family with this business. This is our future. And I want to do my best to give you 5-star service, but I want to let you know in advance that I'm going to be trying to give you 5-star service. And if you would communicate with me over what it's going to take to get that 5-star review, I will be asking you for a 5-star review when we're all done here. And then follow through with that. Actually give them 5-star service. If you forget that part, then you've basically forgotten everything and you've trashed the entire concept. So give them 5-star service. Make sure they know that you're going to be asking them for that review, and do your best to make sure that they want to give you that review. When you're all said and done, go ahead and ask them for that review. Now, something else you can do that's going to help you get that review is if you go on Amazon, you can find all sorts of little trinkets that contain NFC cards. That's where you tap your phone, right? An NFC card. So you can go online and you can actually order NFC cards, programmed or programmable, that you program yourself, either way, and have that ready for them to tap on their phone so that when you're all done with the job, before you even leave, you can pull that card out and have them tap it right then and there. Now, another thing that a lot of y'all are doing that I've never tried before, but it seems to be working for y'all, is trying to pack your calendar with a whole lot of really easy tasks that are going to be easy to get that 5-star review on. Because if they're not complex, then essentially the 5 stars on the quality of the work, that's already taken care of. So all you've really got to worry about is just the service that you give them, the way that you make them feel. So you might go and try to pack your calendar with a lot of easy jobs to build up those 5-star reviews. Now, as you're doing all these jobs, of course, you're going to be invoicing for them, and you're going to have some kind of CRM. Y'all all know that I use Jobber. I've run my entire business with Jobber for 5 years. There's a link in the description of this video and all my videos for Jobber. We already know this. I'm a Jobber ambassador. I love Jobber. Whether you use Jobber or any other platform, whether it be another CRM or a standalone platform just for getting you Google reviews, I can tell you there are lots of ways to put your clients into a digital funnel that's going to help make sure those reviews happen. Like I said, Jobber's one of them. They have a setup where once you close out a job, it's going to automatically be prompting them to go leave those reviews. But there's a lot of standalone CRMs that do that as well. And there's a lot of just standalone pieces of software whose sole purpose in life is just to get you reviews and just to get some conversation back and forth on your Google Business Profile with the people reviewing you. And by the way, this is something a lot of people don't know, but when Google is deciding who to show up at the top of their search results, one of the things they're looking at is actually activity on your Google Business Profile. They want to see you posting pictures. They want to see you answering reviews. When people leave one, they want to see you answering back with a response. And they want to see, generally speaking, some amount of activity going on so that they know that your business is an up and running, current, modern business. And again, I'm happy for y'all to use whatever CRM you want to use, but Jobber does also have a feature for keeping your Google Business Profile active. Use that one or use any other CRM, doesn't matter, but just make sure that profile stays active. But guys, I really think that the number one lever you have that you can pull on this is going to be your person-to-person relationship with your client. You need to be speaking articulately and politely with them and professionally from the very beginning, and making sure that the way they view you is as a 5-star professional business. You want to be developing that relationship with them. You want to be talking to them throughout and letting them know that you're trying to provide 5-star service and that you would love any feedback at all on what you could do to make your service 5 stars if it's not already. That sincerity, that looking them in the eyes and saying, hey, I'm a husband, I'm a father, I support my family with this business. I'm trying to change our lives, and I want to build this business into something amazing. So I need you to let me know what I can do to be amazing for you. And then at the end, just give them that authentic ask and say, hey, I really would appreciate it if you wouldn't mind going and leaving me a 5-star review if you believe I gave you 5-star service. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be your #1 secret weapon. Now, as always, I want to remind y'all, you can email me anytime you want at bulletproofhandymanbusiness@gmail.com. You can also text me. You should find my business text number in the description of this video and all of my videos. You can come to my live streams and ask all the questions you want. In fact, I'm headed to the Handyman headquarters, where we're about to start Founding and Fathers Technical College. I'm going to be flying y'all in. Literally, I'm going to pay for the airfare. Well, the brands are. The sponsors are going to pay for your airfare, for your lodging, and for your food, for you to come here to Tucson for 5 days to do a crash course on building or improving or running your business. Whatever it is that you need to do for your business, y'all are going to be flying in, and I'm going to be putting you up and giving you all the groceries and everything. And we're going to really focus on your business. So if you want to be a part of that, go to bulletproofhandyman.com and go to the events folder and take a look at that. Get yourself signed up, and I'll be letting you know soon how to apply. But I guess the bottom line I'm getting to here is, if you guys need anything, I want you to reach out. I love what I do. This is my favorite thing that I've ever done for a living in my entire life. I love helping y'all get your businesses built and or improved and fixed up, and putting you in a position where you can really provide for your family. So with all that being said, man, I love you guys. I hope you're out there killing it, and I'll see y'all on the next one.